Today, let's talk about making choices. If you were to choose between work and life, what will you choose? I hope that you will choose life. We get life only once, so it's important that we really examine it and find out our answers for what it is that we truly want. What is the purpose of our life? Why are we doing what we are doing? For those who do not know me, I'm Dr. Mrinalini Gar. I am a career advancement and executive coach helping South Asian professionals rise in their career by establishing their executive presence and speaking up and commanding the room. For those who are ambitious, who have lived one innings and it has been great, where you were strong technically, you were brilliant at it, and now you're looking to switch to leadership or grow into leadership, or if you are already in leadership positions and want to become effective leaders, I can help you. So let's talk about choosing between life and work. The reason I say that is because when clients come to me, they have spent years building their expertise, helping companies grow, and they are miserable though. They are miserable, they are exhausted, they are burned out, they are dealing with chronic illnesses, autoimmune disorders, diabetes, chronic hypertension, and of course, cardiac illnesses, heart issues. Also emotional eating, obesity, all these things are not worth it. If you are working too hard, if you are working endlessly and you feel that you're stuck, or you feel that, oh, I need to keep proving myself, and life has started to feel like a hamster on a wheel, it's time to pause and reflect on what it is that you truly want. See, companies are interested in their bottom line. They will come up with ideas to grow the company, increase their market share, and they want to do it with less and less resources. So they want to keep the profits at a lower cost. So when they lay people off and you are left behind, you have to do the work of the people that were laid off. Yes, maybe they will give you a little bit of increase in the salary. However, you are the one who would still be working very hard and you would be doing 2 or 3 people's work. Which is why it is really important to know what it is that you want. Is it worth it to be exhausted and burned out and not have time for living? Not have time for your family, not have time to sleep really well, not have time to eat, not have time for self-care. These are some of the things we don't take into consideration. Sometimes we just lose ourselves in our aspirations to get to that next level, get to that next level, get to that next level. Now, don't get me wrong. Aspiration is great, ambitions are great, and I help my clients achieve that level. But we help them achieve those without the burnout, without the exhaustion, without that need to constantly prove themselves. If you are someone who wants to get to that next level, I invite you to really start thinking about why it is that you want. Does it just seem like, oh, it's a national progression, that's why I should go? Or is there an inner calling that, yes, you want to grow? And many times we tell ourselves that I want to make an impact. Really examine that statement and ask yourself, what does it mean to make an impact? Help the company make more profit, make the product more available to users because it is going to enhance their lives? Or is it just, I want to prove myself? I want to do better than my neighbors. I want to do better than my friends. What is it? It's important to understand your why. Because if you don't understand your why, you could spend your whole life going after something that you are not interested in at all to begin with. Now you might say, Mrinalini, I do need to pay the bills. Of course, we all need to pay our bills. You want to start thinking though, are those bills becoming harder to be paid? Are we increasing our expenses just because we want a bigger house? Just because we want an expensive car? And trust me, I'm all about it, because I help my clients, double their salary. They make 70K, 80K more than what they were making before. I'm all about that, but I want you to be authentic about how you want to go about your career. Why is it that you want a bigger house? Why is it that you want an expensive car? Is that something because it improves your status? Is that what you believe? Is that a necessity? Because here's the thing, if you are working harder, if you want to get to that next level to make more money, but if our expenses are higher, then you are in a never ending rat race. Are you finding ways to control your expenses? Are you investing? Do you have other streams of income? Because that's also a way to live a much comfortable life. Because ultimately, big houses, expensive cars, they are not going to have any use at all once we die. And there are so many examples I am hearing these days. The work stress is so much, people in their late 40s, early 40s are getting heart attacks. They are getting sick. They have no time for self-care. They are eating unhealthy. So it's very important from time to time to reset and observe our life and notice where we are going, why we are going. Is that truly the path we want for ourselves? It's really important. And the thing is that work is not going to get any easier. Work is only going to increase. It will only increase. It's very important because nobody else is going to do this reflection for you. It is your life. You get to choose how you want to live it. I had a client, and she was, she first lived, somewhere else. She lived in China, then she came to the US, and she, couldn't find a job, and then we helped her find a job, and she was just very happy and excited and all of that. And in the end, she left the job because her son got diagnosed with with some illness where she had to give 100% focus to her child, and she left the job. However, the work that we did together, which helped her really refocus and figure out what her priorities are, her confidence in herself, not feeling helpless, not feeling like a victim because things took a different turn in her life. That keeps her grounded, that keeps her anchored, that allows her to continue to, be herself, authentic self, and be there for her family. We take for granted that, yeah, in 5 years I want to get there, in 10 years I want to get there. But the reality is that we don't even know what will happen tomorrow. We don't even know what will happen in the next 5 minutes. And yet we are willing to bet on what's going to happen 5 years or 10 years from now. Now, it's great to have goals, absolutely. It's great to have goals, but I heard from a wise man. He said, plan as if you're going to live forever, and live as if you're going to die tomorrow. That just changes the perspective. That statement has helped me really focus on how I want to run my business. What is my purpose? Why I am doing this? And that keeps me grounded, and that helps me coach my clients in a much better manner so that I can help them be in a race with themselves and not be in a rat race. So if they are stuck, if they are stagnated, I help them get out of that situation and land better opportunities. And when they land those better opportunities from day one, they know what their priorities are. They have the confidence to negotiate. They have the confidence to focus on the work that they truly want to do. You always have a choice. And the more confident you are, the more you know the strategies of how to have these high stake conversations, your job becomes easier. And you can really focus on exactly what gives you joy. So, when it comes to making a choice between work and life, choose life. Because there's more to life than just work. And I'm not saying leave your job and not pursue your dreams and career. That all is important, but you have to constantly titrate, find that balance. And more than work life balance, it's more like a work life integration that you need to have, which is what I also teach our clients, so that throughout the day they feel in charge of their schedule. There's predictability built in that schedule. They are not constantly firefighting. They are actually focusing on juicy strategic projects that keeps them visible, that gives them that visibility to senior leaders. But it all starts with what it is that you want, because once you know that, we can create a roadmap for you to get there. So make sure that you choose life, know your why, and then design your life accordingly. And if you need any help with figuring that out, post a comment below and I will get in touch with you. Until next time.